Hi, I'm Randolph Miller, and welcome to Bounce Around Charleston. Today, we want to talk about being a foster care parent. I have here with me Tanisha L. Gilliard, Low Country Region Foster Care Licensing and Recruiting Specialist for Growing Home Southeast Incorporated. Welcome to Bounce Around Charleston.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, what is Southeast Growing Home, Growing Home Southeast Incorporated?
Well, Growing Home Southeast is a family services agency, and we're committed to strengthening the lives of children and promoting healthy communities. We do this by providing the children with necessary services that help them thrive and just be all around successful in life. Right now, we're providing services in southern areas of Alabama and throughout various regions of South Carolina.
And talking with you earlier, you said to me, right now you're in the heart of Colleton County and Beaufort, and
Yes.
you're trying to get some folk here in the Charleston region to help you out.
We absolutely are. We are looking for homes that will allow our children to not have to be placed so far away from their home when they're removed by the Department of Social Service or any other agency. Those kids that are in Charleston, Berkeley, and Dorchester right now, if they're placed with our agency, they're being sent all the way to Beaufort County, which is kind of counterproductive to their progress. We're trying to find homes that are closer to the area that will help them to still have those visitations and have those conversations and interactions with their family when reunification is the end goal.
Okay, so what kind of services are provided to a person who becomes a foster care parent?
With foster care, the support that we offer, of course, everybody knows when you take a foster kid, there is a monthly stipend that you get. We do also provide foster parents with monthly support groups. We give them full-on formal training. We offer them opportunities to have respite care, which basically just means that if they're overwhelmed in a situation, they can get temporary relief from that child. But the full advantage of being a foster parent with Growing Homes is basically your child or that child placed in your home through this agency gets to take full advantage of Growing Homes. They get to have individual therapy through us. They get to have behavior modification through us, as opposed to having to receive services from multiple agencies at one time.
Okay, what type of an interview should I expect if I contact you and I say to you, Tanisha, I desire to become a foster care parent? What can I expect after that?
So as the regional licensing and recruiting specialist, I am the person that is in charge of the entire region, which means that I'm covering Charleston, Berkeley, Dorchester. I'm covering Beaufort, Colleton, and the Allendale area as well. So when referrals come in, they would be sent to me. Once I get that, I would reach out to the potential foster parent. We will go over a very detailed application that's required by our agency and one that's as well required by DSS. That information would basically give us basically everything we need to know about you. The application process is a pretty lengthy application process. We are required to try to get through it within about 120 days, but right now my goal is about 90 days so that we can kind of leave those 30 days in there for error. But I'm the person that's committed to getting you through the paperwork. I would be walking you through the process as far as getting me everything that we need as far as documentation goes, getting the fire marshal out to your house to inspect your home to make sure that everything is up to code with the fire department as well as DHEC.
Okay, and so when this process is over, who determines what child will be placed where?
So every child that comes into care with Growing Home, they come in with an information sheet. Once I get a home licensed, that foster parent will then be working with a therapeutic foster care worker. That worker is the person that will call them and said, hey, we have a child that is coming into care. This is all of the information that you need to know about this child. Are you willing to accept this child? So foster parents, you do get a choice in the matter. We don't just take kids and force them on you.
So what are you looking for in a foster care parent?
With foster parents right now, there are about 3,000 kids across the state of South Carolina right now that are still waiting for homes. So Growing Homes Southeast, we're basically looking for people who are willing to take those children into care, who are willing to work with them alongside with our clinical staff and help them set goals that are attainable and meet those goals. And of course, push them and encourage them along the way. Foster parents have to be 21 years of age or older. They have to have a high school diploma or a GED. They have to be able to provide a full source or proof of income, and they have to have an extra bedroom in their home.
I've got to ask this question. Has there ever been a time that you had to come in and remove a child?
There are times when children need to be removed from a home. Again, foster parents do get a choice in that matter, whether or not they get to keep a kid or whether or not they want to have a kid removed. However, that's why we offer respite care. Respite care gives a foster parent either a couple hours or a few weeks away from a kid to say, you know, to give them that space apart just to kind of make a decision on whether or not they want to keep that kid in their home. If they are willing to keep that kid in their home, great. We're not, you know, we don't have to look for another home for this kid. But if they're not willing to keep that kid in their home, we completely understand, and we have a procedure that we follow to get them through that as well. Okay.
Well, Growing Home Southeast, and you can reach them 1-800-344-5498 or T. Gilliard at growinghomesoutheast.com or www.growinghome.com. They even have a Facebook page, Facebook at Growing Home Southeast. Did I get that right?
You surely did.
Okay, now Tanisha wants you all to really, Charleston, get involved. She says she's in Beaufort, Colleton, but she lives here in Charleston, and she really wants the Charleston community to get involved. Let's help them out at the Growing Home Southeast Incorporated. Thank you for being on Bounce Around Charleston.
Thank you again for having me.
Okay, coming up next, the Royal Foundation Youth Summit, and our guest speaker today to talk about this is Dr. Vashti Washington. We'll be right back after this break.